everybody to another edition of, you guessed it, Joel Davis Media Network, aka Patriot News Live. That's right, guys. If you are on my podcast, please do me a favor. Look at the links below. Follow our new Patreon. That'll be up. Also, too, you can follow your boy on all social media platforms as well, especially on Instagram and TikTok. Also, too, please drop a comment, support the channel if you like everything that's going on. Not only just with the podcast, but also on my YouTube page for the podcast as well. So with that being said, let's get it. And we are back. Let me tell you guys, this is one of my favorite beats that I compose. So here for you guys. Yes, thank you. Everybody knows that I have been hiatus lately due to the fact of the matter, I did have death in my family. What's up, Theo? My oldest sister passed away last week. Rest in peace to my sister, Pumpkin. Man, let me tell you, death is very emotionally a roller coaster because, especially when it's unexpected, it really makes you look at life differently. It makes you think about the times you shared with that person, and it also makes you evaluate your own life and what you got going on. And because of what happened with my sister, and not to mention the things that's been going on with my uh, personal life, with my wife battling with her sickness and things of that nature, I'm starting to not take nothing for granted. I think today my wife was doing her work. My wife works from home, and she was doing her thing from home. And I absolutely, usually when I get off of work, because I work in an industry that is very tiring, in the food industry, I usually lay on this bed behind you here and I go to sleep with my dog. We just nap. But for some reason, I just admired my wife from afar. Not like in a stalker way, please. Not like a creepy way, please. Don't think that. But just admire her working and just doing her daily operations. And I had to tell her, I mean, I know it's not Valentine's Day yet or anything like that, but I just had to tell her, I said, honey, I'm proud of you. I love you. Listen, that's what you have to do with your family members, man. Whether it's your wife, your kids, take the time out to tell them how you feel about it. And if you got any beef with them, man, try to take care of that, because life right now is unpredictable. Because you may not have a chance to say, I talked to him tomorrow or 2 weeks or 2 days later. And that's just being realistic. And so I just want to put that out there to everybody. Cherish your loved ones. All right, let's move forward about what's going on. The topics we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about Trump. My boy is wilding out. That's right. Trump wilding out, man. Tariff game is strong. That's the name of the topic tonight. And we're going to talk about why it's so strong and everything else. And the reason why it's so strong is because Trump is doing something that no other leader has done. He is actually putting out there into the stratospheres, the atmospheres, the universe that America is back for one, and for two, we're not playing no reindeer games. Now that says a lot because we already know the last administration did not do anything like that. They bent to the knee. They did everything that our trade partners wanted. They did not stand up for us. And now Trump is like, nah, bump that. I don't care what you got going on, but we're not going for this anymore. You're gonna do what we say, whether you like it or not. And if you cannot participate in what we're saying, you have to go. Okay, you're gonna have to feel the burn, whether you like it or not. Now, let me tell you how that has been playing out. First things first, Trump had the first tariff showdown with Mexico, with Venezuela. We talked about that last week. Okay, Venezuela was talking tough, talk about they did not want these immigrants that is their countrymen back in to the U.S. because they was not happy how the U.S. sent them on a military plane. They said that it was disrespectful. It made them look bad. They were not feeling it. Okay. So since they stood on business like that, they even went as further to tell Trump that, you know what, I don't want you to even send any more back. Because if you do, we're just going to return them back to you. Okay. So that's when Trump said, you know what, you want to play this game, Venezuela? We're going to play the tariff game. I'm just going to hit you with all these tariffs, sanctions. And oh, by the way, I don't care how much produce I get from you. I got other options to get produce. So please believe we'll be straight at the end of the day. Well, Venezuela didn't take but 2 hours to figure that out. That, wait a minute, if we allow ourselves to be dumb enough not to meet Trump's demands and we get all these tariffs, it's going to hurt our economy way more. It's going to hurt the U.S. The U.S. got more people in a more financial position versus the people in Venezuela. And not to mention, it's going to make me look awful as a president. I could get overthrown. Hell to the no. You know what, man? I bring my own plane and fly them back with dignity. Okay, I bring my own presidential plane. They can come in there and we'll fly them back. That's example number one of the tariffs. Number two, once again, we're dealing with Mexico. Mexico got the cartel shooting at our troops, shooting at our border patrol, keeping us safe. Trump told them, what's up, Mike? Listen, you guys need to do better. And you need to stand on business. What did they say? I tell you what they said. They said, oh, it's not our problem, all of the usual. And Trump said the following. Okay, since you guys want to play this game again and act like y'all damn confused or got amnesia, guess what? I'm going to put tariffs on you guys. Tariffs? No way. You're not going to put... What? Man, you playing with us. Whatever. What Trump said, you got to the end of the day, Tuesday, to figure this out. Because I don't mind putting tariffs out here. I don't care. Yes, it may hurt the American people a little bit, but I'm going to get what we need. What happened? Mexico thought about it for a minute. I don't want no tariffs right now because then that's going to mess up the economy money. And not to mention, you got the cartel doing all kind of shady stuff over there. So it's going to affect them. So what do? They send 10,000 troops now to the border. Y'all get where I'm coming with this tariff thing. Last but not least, we had Canada to try to play ball. Canada tried to talk tough about not trying to do the right thing at the northern border, because that's where all this drug activity of fentanyl and stuff is coming into the country still, since we done got the southern border locked down. They played the same game. I'm not going to do that. Nah. Oh, you're going to put 25 on us? We'll put 10 on you. And then what happened? When they start getting to crunch time, wait a minute, Trump probably will do these tariffs. We are a little country compared to the US of A. Yeah, we good. We gonna go ahead on and stand up to it. Now China's a different animal. They're gonna fight back. They're gonna be tough because we went through this with them before. But here's the thing: it's all about what man is willing to be able to withstand based upon their economic setup. Right now, America's got a very good economic setup, and people know this. People not crazy, bro. So I say that to say this. Everybody keeps saying that Trump is a damn fool for doing tariffs, and he's really not. He's doing that to get us what we need. And nobody is not understanding the method to his madness. Because Trump knows they don't want tariffs and sanctions in these little countries that's smaller than us. And they know we got other resources. See, that's the thing about it. And they know that Trump don't mind putting the tariff out there because he did it with China. Now, here's another thing that I just found out that liberals are not talking about. You know the tariff that Trump had in place last time with China and these other countries? Did you know that the liberals did not change it? They kept it so they could keep lacing money into their pocket because they felt like it was a great idea. So this tariff game where everybody talking about, oh my God, this inflation and stuff is all Trump's fault. Listen, this been going on for a minute. The thing about liberals, they like to politely do things on the low. Just like when we just found out recently, about 2.5 years ago, that Obama was called the deportation chief. He was slowly deporting people out of the country for the last 8 years that he was in it. He just didn't let nobody know about it. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? Like, that's what they do. Liberals will do the same thing that some of us conservatives do, but they try to be sneaky with it. We conservatives, we all out in the open because we want to be transparent. Hey man, it is what it is. It's a dumb game, but that's what it is. Now let's talk about the prices of some of these tariffs. Now a lot of people are asking, well, Joel, if the tariff game keep going in like this and implement, ain't our costs gonna go up? Yeah, I hate to say it will, but look at this. We've been having the costs go up since the Biden administration with inflation. We still ain't got that under control. And we got to clean up stuff to get everything back to the right order. Now, speaking of ICE, we also going to discuss and talk about some of the issues that's been going on with the ICE getting threats online by people who are in their feelings in these sanctuary cities for ICE doing their job. Now, if you don't know what ICE is, I'm quite sure you might have been under a rock, but it is the Immigration, Custom, and Enforcement agents. That's right. They get paid to confiscate stuff that ain't supposed to be in this country. And we're going to talk about people telling other people to actually hurt, and I'm saying this lightly, to hurt the ICE agents if they see them. So I'm going to play a report here for News Nation, Fair Use, Fair Use. I'm about to go to News Nation now.
In the meantime, California.
I'm gonna share this with you guys. And here's some numbers too. Hey, what's up, yo, Zoo Cooter? Here's some numbers, man, that they showing right here, right now. Yep, but we already broke buying groceries. At least we can get these unknown criminals out of here, is what I'm saying. And I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all 110%. I'm with y'all 110%. Me and my wife were saying the same thing. Like, a lot of this stuff these people are talking about is insane. All right, let me go put up my Cash App to donate to tonight. Because y'all know right now I am not monetized. So if you want to donate, please support the channel. Yeah, so represent, 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 support, support, support. It keep the lights on, baby. Let's see what else we got here. All right, so nobody else in the comments. We're gonna check over here on Rumble. Got 3 people on Rumble. Please, Rumble, please. Don't be afraid to repost this, share this on your other social media network, and to tell people what's really going on tonight. Because the more the merrier, man. The more the merrier. Please believe. All right, so let's go up here and let's share this clip. Again, this is fair use, and this is with the ICE agency. They're talking about what's going on with the ICE agents facing threats. All right, I'm gonna go ahead on here and set everything up to where y'all can see the speaker full stream, and I'll be right back.
California's wildfire rebuilding effort could be on a collision course with President Trump's immigration crackdown, already alarming the construction industry, which is facing a labor shortage. And now the president's deportation policy is encountering another issue: threats against federal ICE agents, violent threats escalating on social media, some promising the use of deadly force against ICE agents. Border correspondent Ali Bradley is following the very latest, joins us live. Ali, what more do we know about the legitimacy of these threats?
Yeah, hey, Nicole. So, a lot of people watching right now probably wouldn't be that surprised to hear that there are some threats, some anger that's being kind of lobbied towards these ICE agents and officers that are on the ground right now doing these targeted operations. But these new threats that we just got a hold of that are circling social media are putting a direct threat at these ICE officers. And CBP is apparently taking them seriously enough to circulate this amongst agents and officers within the agencies. So here's what we know here. We exclusively
I'm back, guys. So anyway, I thought I was talking. Sorry. So anyway, I had to pause it for a minute, and this right here is crazy. They got things like uh take out your local ICE agent, which is insane. They also got join the organization, join FIRE today, and we will take out the ICE police in America together, which is disturbing. Uh, they also talking about illegals are now telling people on TikTok to spit and use bodily fluids on ICE agents' food, use nails to impale them, and defecate in ICE trucks when they get deported. Now, I want y'all to understand something. You know how nasty and disgusting you have to be to do something like this. And here's another thing. Why are everybody getting mad at the ICE agents? The ICE agents ain't breaking no laws. The people that came here illegally is the ones breaking laws. You got grown men and that's over here talking about they're trying to run from trying to get refuge, but their wife and kids are back in Mexico or Venezuela or all these other countries. Now I don't know about you, but if I'm in danger or my family is in danger, wouldn't you bring the whole family along? And if you got to pay somebody to move you out and you only got enough for a couple of people, wouldn't you want your family to be the one paid for to get over there and then you come when you come? That tells me right there you're not in danger. And here's another thing too. People say that you cannot use the whole thing that they've been using. They've been using this tactic of, oh, it's not safe because of the cartel violence. It doesn't matter about that. If you're not in no cartel, you shouldn't have nothing to worry about. Or if it's violent, they either way it goes, you got to be in a situation where you are a political figure or something that if you stay in this country and you're trying to do right for humanitarian purposes, they're gonna kill you or something like that or get rid of you. So you can't use that no more. Oh, yes. Now, we're going to get to that about the protesters, and I'm going to read this too. They say it's crazy, and it's coming from my boy Theo Zank. The protesters yesterday were waving the flags to countries they don't want to live in and burning the flag of the country they want to stay in. And I believe that. And I'm going to tell you why I believe that. Because me and my wife saw it today in my town not far from us, her hometown. And it's a rural area. Please believe this. My wife has in her town maybe around what, 6,000 people? Five? Yeah. And they were out there waving their posters or whatever, Mexican flag, saying they don't want to be deported. That we needed American people need to, the ICE agents need to leave them alone as harassing them. Okay, if you're trying to live in my country, don't you think you would want to wave my flag, the American flag? Don't you think you should be telling that? Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate you, y'all. Shout out to Mike for the cash app tonight, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you for the cash app, man. Like I said, it all supports the channel. I appreciate y'all. My wife also appreciate it too. Appreciate it very, very, very much. For my boy Mike. Thank you for the $10 holler, man. Appreciate you. All right, Michelle. Thank y'all very much for coming in tonight. Y'all share the broadcast too, man. The more people we get to discover us, the better. Also, y'all can also join on the official Patriot News Live.com. So we're gonna play the rest of this clip right quick. We're gonna move on to the protest too.
obtained a memo from our CBP sources, and included in that memo were 3 different posts. One of them encourages people to assassinate the ICE police in America, calling the agency a terrorist group. One on TikTok tells illegal immigrants to spit and urinate on ICE agents' food, to use nails to impale them and defecate in their vehicles. And finally, one just outright calls for the murder of local ICE agents. Borders are Tom Homan telling News Nation's Kelly Meyer this week that leaked information about these targeted operations has actually forced them to pivot in order to keep officers and agents safe in the interior of our country as they continue to carry out these targeted enforcement operations. Take a listen.
We got many target cities, but I'm not going to share them with you because we got to keep our officers safe. Matter of fact, Chicago, that operation was leaked, so we had to reschedule that one. So we need the element of surprise, right? Because officer safety issues. We don't want the bad guy know we're coming to keep our officers more safe.
Officer safety issues. And this all comes as 2 cross-border shootings were reported, one in Fronton, Texas, where Border Patrol agents actually exchanged gunfire with suspected Mexican cartel members. Now, further, this highlights the escalating dangers that is these agents are facing right now on the ground. The video you're watching from Texas DPS shows Mexican military kind of responding to that incident there. Now, Nicole, I do want to mention here, we did just get our hands on a new memo out of the Rio Grande Valley sector. That is where that cross-border shooting took place that we were just talking about. And this memo actually says that the cartel has authorized the use of these drones that are actually weaponized. So with explosives, using them against CBP personnel and other law enforcement officers down there. So it really is highlighting the growing threats down here. Now, it says agents are reminded to be cognizant of their surroundings. It says that they should be wearing their ballistic armor and utilizing their long arms. Nicole, I've never seen this written in a memo here. They always tell them, you know, be mindful of your surroundings. Alerting them to use their long arms is pretty shocking to see.
All right, y'all saw that, you heard that. So basically right now, this should answer everybody's question why Trump is using the tariff game. He has the Border Patrol, he has the National Guard and the Marines, and probably some other militaries that doing fill-ins at that border to protect the United States of America. So he would be extremely foolish not to start using his power to levy Mexico to do the right thing, because Mexico has been a part of the problem long enough. They have let the cartels and these other people just skate on by, and they know what's going on. Now it's time for them to pay homage. Listen, you come to us when you got drama, you want us to do this, to do us to do that. It's time to pay homage, buddy. It's time for you to send these troops. It's time to protect the American people, because if we are successful, you're successful. That means you can lock your own criminals up and keep them in your facility. You can make sure that you can have a chance to encourage your people to make your country better, instead of coming to our country making it worse. Just saying. So I agree with what Trump is doing. Now, I had a disagreement with one of my coworkers, a couple of my coworkers today, and I work with a bunch of liberal people. And they were so upset about this whole situation of the tariffs. And in their mind, they're like, oh no, this is not right. He's just trying to mess everything up, gonna have us paying higher, this and that. The tomatoes might go up to $12, the apples might go up to 10 a piece. Listen, like I told them, it's not gonna happen. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not gonna happen, which I try to break down to them. I had to make them understand the exact thing about tariffs. Because tariffs is basically, if I want to sell goods in your country, with my country goods, I have to pay this tariff to import it in there. But for me to get a profit, and for you to get a profit, yes, you got to raise the price to a certain level so we can both make money. Same thing with you bringing your product into my country. You got to pay me that tariff. And then I raise the price up to where we get a kickback within reason. That's just how economics works. Now, how high would the price go? It depends. Now, the reason why people try to pay low tariffs is because the lower the tariff means the better the relationship that you got. But unfortunately, right now, we don't have no good relationships with our partners because they too busy trying to figure out how they can keep screwing us over. And so we got to do the right thing. We got to protect our people at all costs. And see, that's what nobody's not understanding. You have to protect the U.S. at all costs. It's just like when you married for the first time with your beautiful wife and y'all got a baby, okay? And they tell you that they got break-ins going on in the neighborhood. What are you going to do? You're going to install everything possible to make your wife and that baby safe if you got to work third shift. You're going to put the alarm system in there. You're going to make sure that she know how to defend herself and know how to use the proper weapons to defend the home. You're going to show her where to call certain people. You're going to alert your neighbors. Hey, man, I work third shift, but if my wife is feeling frightened or threatened, you and your family come over. That's how you do it. That's how you protect your family. The same thing we're doing here at the border. No more, no less. We're protecting the people. So we're going to go on to the protests. That's what everybody's been talking about, and we about to get on to it. So let me go ahead on here and stop this right quick. Let's go on to these protests. Because a lot of people are talking about the immigrants' protests. I'm going to throw a video here.
Great content needs a great audience. Like,
all right, y'all, give me 1 second. I'm going to share this. Exactly. You can't leave the door wide open. It's too many. You got precious cargo. This is your children. This is your wife. This is your kids. You can't do that. That's what nobody's not understanding here. Everybody just in their feelings about, well, you know, the ICE agents is this big, bad, horrible people that just coming in and throwing people around and making people feel so scared. In reality, they just doing their job, you know? You can't be in this country illegal. Just what it is, bro. I mean, I'm sorry. I understand you want the finer things in life, but there's a process to do it. It's just like in the drug game. When people are selling drugs illegally and they get all this property and cars and this, that, and the third, the first thing they love to do, what's going on, Taylor? Y'all share the broadcast. Keep sharing it for me. Put it on your community pages, on YouTube, share it on your Twitters, all your social media networks, Facebook. Just share. Tell them to come on in, man. Common sense talking tonight. They like to how can I put this? Oh man, I lost my train of thought. Give me 1 second. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, everybody got to understand is that we have to use common sense right now because we got to get this country back on track. All right, let's do this.
Santa Claus needs
All right, we're gonna mute this until we get past the commercial.
Today in downtown LA with thousands of people protesting President Trump's threat of mass deportation. The crowds blocked the freeways, the city streets. They caused huge traffic delays, and they prompted the LAPD to issue a citywide tactical alert. Carlos Aceto is live for us in downtown LA tonight, where things are a little bit calmer. Carlos?
That's right, Rick. It is much calmer, much quieter right now. But as you know, these demonstrations lasted pretty much all day. The protesters here moved in, shutting down the 101 freeway, shutting it down at least a couple of times. Let's watch. Officers in riot gear surrounded the 101 freeway through downtown LA Sunday evening as the LAPD issued a citywide tactical alert. Small scuffles broke out between protesters and police as tensions escalated. Police issued dispersal orders as demonstrators marched onto the freeway, forcing several closures throughout the day. CHP officers doing everything they could to clear the lanes and keep everyone safe and off the freeway. Earlier, thousands of protesters rallied against President Donald Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration and mass deportations.
We've seen it already a bunch of times all over, so.
Okay, see, this is my problem. And what's going on, Goldie? Long time no see, bro. Long time no see. This is my problem. And I've been talking about this to my family members, some of my conservative friends, a little bit to my wife, because I don't try to drive her crazy because she's not a politic type of person. But how can you go out here and say you want to stay in my country, you want to get the chance to show that you want to be an American citizen, but you're waving your country's flag that you're trying to leave and you're tearing up my shit? It seems like you're trying to be like BLM. Could immigration be called the new Immigration Lives Matter, ILM? Is that what we're looking at now? BLM is turned to ILM? Because if that's the case, you're not going to accomplish nothing. Now you're going to piss everybody off, and everybody really going to want you out of here. Because we already knew what happened with BLM. It was horrible. Businesses was ruined. People's livelihood was ruined. Things got burnt down. And you know what the liberal media did? They tried to do their best to minimize the damage. Their thing was, oh, you know, you don't understand. They have no opportunity. This is why they're lashing out. They don't have no hope. What are you talking about? Now we got the same thing with the immigrants. I'm going to help you immigration, you illegal aliens out here. And I'm going to be as thorough as possible. You are in my country illegally. With that being said, you're not being an American citizen. You do not have no American rights. You have humanitarian rights, but you don't have American rights. So that means you do not have the right to go out here and act the fool at a protest and try to make me change my mind about you need to stay in my country illegally, especially you out here raising hell. Now, I had someone tell me, and this is crazy. One of my coworkers was like, well, you know, if they deport all the illegals, who's going to pick up the vegetables? Who's going to do all of the hard labor that America don't want to do, picking cotton and stuff like that? And I'm like, first of all, in agriculture right now, the immigrants that came in this country illegally, only 1% is working in that industry. And let's say they didn't count everybody and there's some under the table. But we know there's some people that are under the table. Okay, under the table, you may have 2%. So altogether, you got 3% of the immigrants that came in this country in the last 4 years, the 15 million. Now let's do 15 million off of 3%. because it seems like to me a lot of people don't understand what they're talking about. So you got 15 million 15 million people that came to this country. I'm going to tell you how many people that is. That is 450,000 workers may be doing agriculture. Let me go back here to the comments. Yeah, and everybody's saying the same thing. Yeah, picking vegetables. That's what they said. That there's a lot of people that's unemployed right now that will go out there and pick them vegetables if it's gonna get them out their mom and daddy basement or they cousin's efficiency apartment or their bad baby mama house. I mean, come on now. I'm just being 100 about it. People will go out there and work if they got to. They got no other choice. They ain't got no other skill or option. This is excuses. The reason why you want to keep these people here because you want another team of liberal people to vote for these radical policies. Well, we out. I'm sorry. We might can't get all 15 million out of here damn near at the 4 years that Trump got, but we gonna get majority of them out of here because you already see what's going on. Ain't nobody trying to come to the border right now. You got the Mexican troops at the border, the American people at the border. Then you got the people that start building the wall too. America said we are building this wall. Oh hell, you know ain't nobody coming through on that south border. Tell when somebody tell them we going to the south border to the U.S., they're gonna be like, what? Shout out to Detroit, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Detroit, share this, man. Share this live. The more we get in here, the better, man. Also, follow my second page when this Joel Davis Media Network finally goes out, when I do upgrade my phone. Official Patriot News Live. Go on and follow that now. Official Patriot News Live. Everybody know what that is. That's my backup channel. Well, probably gonna turn out to be my main channel. So start going over there and subscribing, man. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. All right. Taylor got one. Let me see, Taylor. Hold on. All right. And she says, trying to get it up on the screen. I know this Honduran dude that his cousin owns a company and pays him under the table and give him free place to stay. He doesn't pay taxes, so it's equivalent to 100K plus a year. Oh yeah, they do that all the time over here. There's a lot of them that do that. That's why they're crying about their families are getting separated. A lot of their families they bring here illegal, don't even get their paperwork, and have them fools living here 30, 40, damn near 20, 30 years. And they make enough money to pay for the paperwork. They just don't want to do it. Mike said the jobs will be filled. The farmer owners may have to pay more, but that's how exactly. And believe me, they're willing to do it because they tired of all the bullshit that's going on. Also follow Joel Davis Media Network on Rumble. Joel Davis Media Network on Rumble. Definitely follow that one. I'm on there too. So don't be afraid to go through there and follow that one. So we're going to play the rest of this out here because I'm trying to get to everybody comments. Oh, I know he does. Oh, we already talked about Canada. Canada know what it is. Also, donate to the Cash App as well. Donate to the Cash App as well.
doesn't care. We need to be treated like humans. And, you know, we're being treated inhumanely.
Since his first day back in office, Trump has signed a flurry of executive orders authorizing greater military force at the U.S.-Mexico border. The administration says it's going after violent criminal immigrants who are in the country illegally. But with nearly 1,000 deportations daily, many fear no one is safe.
There's so many people out there that may have came here illegally, but it's home. We're the ones that, our parents are the ones that sacrificed everything for us to come here. And we're more than grateful for them. I'm mad.
All right. I'm not going to play this forever because we're about to move on to another topic. But the moral of the story is this. If you don't want to get deported out of the United States of America, if you don't want to get deported, then do not come in this country illegally. If you are here and you want to be a part of the dream team, all you got to do, as my mom always say, all you got to do is donate your time and effort to join the party. That's all you got to do. It ain't hard. Is it going to be a little tough that you got to go back to your country and wait? Yeah. But guess what? If you hold on to faith, and as the old people used to tell me at the church when I used to go all the time, hold on to God's unchanging hands. You ain't got nothing to worry about. And that's just facts, man. That's just facts. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being realistic. If you don't want this to happen to your family, just do what is right by the law. That's all you got to do. And right now, they only looking for criminals right now. So especially if y'all ain't no criminal, you got time. You go and get you some work visa started, get approved, and be good to go. But they don't do that. No, they don't want to do that. No, nope. They wanna be on the whole, oh my God, I'm so scared. The white man don't like me. Shout out to the white man that always get the bad end of the deal. Just for doing their job. Shout out to you guys, man. It don't make no sense. It don't. It don't make no sense. All right, we finna move right along, and we about to make another play. We about to do another play. We're gonna talk about some other issues that's been pressing this week, and everybody brought to my attention the DEI from Costco. So y'all already know. Y'all already know that Costco had Al Sharpton come through walking through the DEI talking about that they are only going to go with the people that support them. Now, we're going to talk about the whole Costco game, right? If you ever been to Costco, and we've been to Costco, me and my wife been to Costco. Costco is for a certain group of people. Okay? When I say a certain group of people, we talk about your bougie black folks. Yeah, I said it. Bougie black folks love shopping at Costco. For your real tech nerds that wants to get things ahead of time, but they like to buy it in bulk or like to get get it before it reaches Best Buy or anything like that. They go to Costco. If you're one of those people that like exclusive jewelry, now I'm not saying Sam don't sell exclusive jewelry, but they don't sell it like Costco. Costco got your Rolexes, your high-end jewelry stuff that people like, Citizens and all that, Seiko and all them type of watches and necklaces with diamonds and engagement ring sets, all that. They have that. That's exclusive. And they do have a good bakery. I'm gonna tell you, Costco bakery was fire. Now, me and my wife did like their bakery, and we did like their meats. Their meats were very nice and cut. The butcher cut it any way you want it to. It's quality meat's great, but it's just not something that me and my wife were saying that I could see myself using to shop at. I just can't. I would do better using Sam's. I could use Sam's. I could use Amazon, Whole Foods, and me and my wife, wanted to get some special quality meats at Whole Foods, because Costco's higher than Whole Foods, man. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but I want you to compare Costco price against Whole Foods. Yeah, even in they meat section and stuff, Costco's expensive. So I want you to see how Al Sharpton tried to get these people to fall for this mess. And shout out to my boy Black Conservative Perspective, because I'm going to use his video as a prime example, because that's my dog. I love him to death. And he ain't going to mind me using his video as a teaching tool. So we're going to go here right quick. And we're going to show Black Conservative Perspective. Once again, talking about this DIE. So first, I'm going to show you two parts of it. Find it. All right. So I'm about to click here.
What's the difference?
Fair use, fair use. This is my boy, Black Conservative Perspective. And he's past the funeral car chasing now. He about to be in a funeral pretty soon. The way his behind is going. I mean, that dude just, I don't know, man. Never seen anything like it. But we're gonna go ahead on here. Yeah, support the channel right here. Support it, support it, support it. All right, let's go and hit the share button and get in here.
Between a service animal and an emotional support pet.
It is Saturday. A lot of people doing their shopping, some of them specifically choosing Costco after other companies ditched their diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. Our Brittany Miller spoke to shoppers today in Harlem.
This wasn't your average trip to the grocery store. Every purchase had a purpose.
We're going to shop where we're wanted.
100 members of the National Action Network joined Reverend Al Sharpton to shop at Costco in support of the company's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Shareholders recently voted against a proposal to assess the risks.
This is not a boycott. This is a boycott, where we are buying into companies that are supporting DEI measures.
This comes days after President Donald Trump signed an executive order to get rid of DEI programs.
I see this white lady here, and I'm confused because, and I'm not trying to be racial against any white woman in America, okay? So please don't take this the wrong way. I'm just speaking facts. We were educated and told by the insane left that DEI only benefits white women. What I was always told, white liberal women is the only benefit. Now all of a sudden, it gets taken away. Oh, well, it affects black Americans. Well, which one is it? Y'all don't know what the hell it affects. Because one minute you tell me it only benefit white liberal women, and now you got the same white liberal women speaking up for you, and now you want it back. So what are we doing it for? To me, DEI does not affect black people, man. And let me tell you why diversity, equity, and inclusion don't affect black people. Because at the end of the day, if you are good at what you do, whether it's at a big Fortune 500 company or a mom and pop store, you're going to get picked. You always going to be the MVP, the draft pick. I mean, this is what it is. And Trump took DEI because it's not merit-based. Think about you working somewhere and you need, example given, in the cook industry, you got a whole bunch of black cooks and white cooks. Y'all neck to neck. It's at even right now. But you're not really fully staffed. You can get some extra people, but you know, you're good. You got the person that runs the company, whether it's the CEO, the general manager, or the head chef, whoever it is, comes to you and say, hey, listen, y'all, I know I got good cooks that's white and black, but we need some Latino cooks. So the next applicants that come around, you got to make sure that they are all 9 or 8 or 10 Latino cooks. I know we already got in the rotation 20 white cooks and 20 black cooks, but I really need about 10 Latino cooks. So you go through the paperwork of these applicants, and the Latino cooks that you're finding do not have the skill to fit the positions that need to be filled. You need someone that can do pastry. You know, they have pastry chef, and maybe his expertise is not pastry. His expertise is he is a butcher, or he's a grill master. You know, You ain't finding none of the things that you need. We already got a grill master. I already got this guy, that guy for different things, sandwiches, pizzas makers. I need this specific run of people. I need a guy that's good at making seafood. You know what I'm saying? Different type of seafoods and stuff like that. This is what happens when you go this type of way. You wind up hiring him saying, well, I know he fits close, but I know he's not a pastry maker, but it's cool. I'm gonna hire him anyway. And next thing you know, you got a bunch of people that got hired for something that they're either not good at or will not be good at. And next thing you know, things are messed up. Customers complaining, you're losing money, you're losing business. You know, pastries are not getting filled right. You got somebody supposed to be good at making cakes, and this guy can only make maybe one or two types of cakes instead of all the cakes on the menu. So now you're stuck like Chuck. And you can't fire them, because if you fire them, they're going to say it's racism. Same thing with different things when it comes to women. You know, if they tell you, hey, this we need certain women in this certain field, like that's extremely physically fit, that most women don't even go on this side of the field. They go on the women's side of the field. But you go up and say, yeah, okay, I'll go and I hire them. Next thing you know, it becomes a disaster. Somebody got to pick up their load. And I'm not saying that women are weak. I'm not saying that. I'm just using it as an example that there's some jobs out there that women just ain't cut out to do because it's too physical. Just like some men are not cut out to do some jobs that women do because it is too mentally tasking. Like running a doctor's office. Most of the time, you gonna see a woman do that because women are organized by nature. They know how to talk to the customer, nurture the customer. They just got that natural fit to run an office. Same thing about a man. You know, if you see a man that is a plant manager at one of these lumber yards, you most likely gonna see that. You're not gonna hardly see a woman that's a plant manager. Not saying that she can't be one. It's just that it's a physical tasking job. And most women like, I ain't trying to be like that all day, sweaty and filthy. I'd rather take the mechanic job. So that's just examples, man. DEI is just, to me, always been just, I don't even know its purpose. Really don't. Let's continue.
DEI started to gain traction after the killing of George Floyd. Corporations came forward and said, we're going to do diversity. We're going to do this because race needs to be dealt with.
Recently,
and I got one more thing to add. I am so sick and tired of every crazy liberal that come, especially people of color, keep using George Floyd like he is a damn saint. This man was never a saint. Okay, let's get this straight. This man had been strung out on drugs all his life. This man has been a menace all his life. This man has put a weapon in towards the belly of the mother of his child while she was pregnant. So I'm sick of this. Everybody trying to say that he caused DEI. No, DEI got freaking boosted because y'all kept crying about the white man is keeping you down. When in reality, DEI is also keeping you down because it puts you in a box. Who wants to be in a box? Who wants to be that guy that when you go to an interview and they look at your skin tone, they look at the boxes of the skin tone that's been hired for this quota. Oh my God, we're lacking 2 black guys. Well, you know, we still got that position open. That's the CFO. Hey, we want to hire you a CFO. What is that? Oh, well, you know, you got to be over the finances, things of that nature. Well, I didn't go to school for that. Doesn't matter. We'll teach you along the way. Next thing you know, shit's getting fucked up. You know, money's not going the correct way. Things ain't being logged in. You keep seeing yourself in the office. You keep asking yourself, man, I just want them to fire me. But they don't want to fire you because they don't want to get sued. So you just quit. I mean, it's just crazy. I know it sounds like comical, but that's what's going on when you're playing with DEI. I just don't see no use for it. It has never helped black folks. I'm just saying it ain't. It have always put us in a box. It really does. And I wish people would understand that. It's making you limited. It makes people think you're a certain type of individual, and that is not fair to us. That's not fair to nobody, because everybody is their own individual.
Amazon, Walmart, McDonald's, and Meta have all rolled back their policies. The latest company to ditch DEI is Target.
I think many of them are realizing that these DEI programs were unfair. We find out when it's actually implemented, it's more like a discrimination.
That's not true at all.
DEI programs basically prevent us from going backwards to a time when white supremacy and white straight men ruled the law of the land.
You see right there, that's racism right there. And you're a white woman. You're saying that white straight men, this is to prevent white straight men and for people of color to have a chance in. Okay, first and foremost, what does that white man's sexuality got to do with what's going on out there in the world? He already know with all the rules that's in place with harassment, you can't discriminate against somebody because of their sexual or preference agenda. They know they can get sued. They know their career can get ruined. You think that white guy who's making 100,000 plus a year or 99,000 a year is going to allow his feelings of you wanting to tangle with other men or women because you a man and a woman that likes the same sex gonna mess up his money? No, he'll be a jackass. Same thing with black folks. You think black folks really need DEI just to get in the door? If I got a good work history, it shouldn't matter. If I'm qualified, I'm qualified. You're right, Mike. Those the ones I can't hate. I can't stand. Those the ones that always want to be a pick me for black men and be my spokesperson. And I don't need you to be my. And then why you got on that American hat? That's the wrong hat. You ain't no patriot. Real patriot is not going to care what skin color someone is. They're going to support the fact of the matter that you getting noticed by merit. That's why I never, ever liked affirmative action. I always felt like affirmative action was a pain in the ass. And I tell you why. Because it put black folks in a box. Young black men and women that wanted to further their careers in college had to be put in this box because of affirmative action. They were forced to go to a college that didn't fit their mental criteria, whether it was better or lower. And when they came out of college, they sometimes they dropped out, couldn't handle it. And it's a sad day that this is where we at. But let's get to the part that I want to show y'all that happened over there. All right, y'all. I gotta wait till this ad go through. Hold on.
Not gonna buy anything.
Something to this economy, something to this country. If we all join together.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. The point of this boycott, walking through Costco, taking up space, okay? They're not buying anything, right? Look at them walking through self-checkout with nothing. Nothing. They have nothing at all. So the people that are actually supposed to be buying stuff in the store that actually want to shop, they can't shop because you have these race hustlers and their followers crowding the store for a photo op. And none of them are buying anything at all. Right? None of them are buying anything.
And I'm gonna tell you right there why they didn't buy anything. The reason why they didn't buy anything because it's a $125 gift card. What can you expect to buy with $125 at Costco? You could get 2 packs. You might get 3 packs of meat, and you already at $125 because that's just how expensive a lot of their stuff is. At $125, you might could get maybe 3 or 4 pastries. You know, some big bulk of snacks of chips, and that's it. So no, you're not getting up with that. It just ain't gonna happen. Again, this was a publicity stunt. Now I don't know what Al Sharpton got going on with Costco for him to do that, but to me, he's got to be getting something out the deal besides getting money to his charity for doing this walk-in. That Costco executives got to be rubbing my man hands or something because Al Sharpton don't do anything like that for no company for nothing. There's got to be some kind of silver lining for him. And Costco can actually afford to keep these DEI practices up. And let me tell you why. Because DEI for Costco is really based upon the market that they got. Most of their workers over there and most of the people that shop there are white Americans. So they can't apply that to Costco like that because they know they would lose a lot of sponsorship. So yeah, I really think this was a publicity stunt to help Costco get out there, make more sales, say, "Oh yeah, I'm DEI friendly," and hopefully, you know, they at the end of the year they get some bullshit award. But it's sad. It really is. It is sad, sad, sad that we are at this day. Now we're going to talk about the brawl that happened with Tiffany Hayner, the super mayor. Y'all know who the super mayor is. We've been talking about her for years. This is the chick that basically came to a suburb of Chicago and act like she was like a kingpin or something, you know, queen pin. You know, out here got the officers working for her and stuff, being her bodyguard, spending on vacations allegedly with the town's funds. Well, it seems like now it's all coming to an end because the people are getting tired of Tiffany Hayner. And I don't blame them. I mean, you got to understand, you know, it's been a long time coming. People are sick and tired of this woman in their town just being a complete, utter, disgusting leader. And at the end of the day, who wants that? I know I don't. Nobody wants that.
the ancient Egyptians understood that.
All right, this about to be fair use, fair use. Again, y'all, please get in those comments and talk about tonight stream. This is like me starting from scratch again, trying to get everybody up. I'm still trying to figure out how this woman has not been in prison yet. Like, the stuff she's doing, it's got to be because of her race. Because I know a lot of white women out here would be doing the stuff she's doing, all this embezzlement, they would have been locked up. It would have been a wrap a long time ago, bro. All right, let's get this.
Please keep your comments down so we can hear every single person that comes up and want to say something as relates to whatever it is with Thornton Township. So please be respectful of one another. All right, go ahead.
Woo! You said B, you gone. All right, I gotta cut it off right here. Due to YouTube's warning. So you see it, you get the gist of it. So Tiffany Hayner and boyfriend and all of them jumped in, and she defended herself for why she did it. Oh, this is gonna make y'all laugh. America's Worst Neighbor defended why she's supposed to be she had to fight for herself, which to me is the dumbest thing of all. Like, if you gotta defend yourself, bro, about a fight, it's time to give up your position. It really is.
His opponents called.
Anyway, we're going to get her response back from Chicago ABC7, fair use, and then I'll give you my 2 cents. Oh, she's from the oh my God, I forgot that town name, but I know it's near Chicago. If you put Tiffany Hayner, it'll come right up. She's America's worst mayor. Oh my God. Oh, you need to look her up. This woman was ask yourself, why is she not fired yet? What is going on? Why is the feds ain't knocked her dough in yet? That's what it makes you say. She is a trip and a half.
For the mayor of Dalton to resign. She is defending herself tonight. Tiffany Henyard says she is staying put and running for re-election. Henyard says if she wins, she will choose employees much more carefully. The mayor of Dalton has had nothing to say in person about the investigation into village finances until today.
I understand everybody want me to be the target. I understand everybody want me to be the bad guy for everything that goes on in the village, but that's not the truth.
Tiffany Henyard met with us and her attorney to comment on the report. They say Henyard released a statement Tuesday, but it didn't get much attention. Henyard says she's being blamed for the actions of others.
You're the boss.
Do everybody know what their employees do? No.
Wrong answer. Did you hear what she just said? She said, do any boss know all of what their employees do? Yeah, a boss that is lousy at their job. You're the mayor. You got people under you, you crazy person. They come in every day. You supposed to be doing checks and balances, because if stuff go missing, like money, like unexplained expenses, who is they coming after? The city council in the game. You. It just lets me know that you are definitely checked out when it comes to accountability. And you're running for re-election. They want you to resign. Who's going to vote for you? I wouldn't vote for you if I lived there. I'll be trying to get you investigated by the feds. I'm just being honest. You are a walking horror story for anybody that has to be a mayor under you. Wow, crazy. That woman just said out of nowhere, guys, that hey, I don't know what all my employees do. Basically telling you she is not responsible. Get out of her face. Boy, that's a new one. I need to try to use that next time my wife asks me about some accountability. Baby, I'm your husband. I can't be accountable for my actions. I got other things going on. Yeah, $30,000 in Amazon at the Amazon store in one day with the city money. And she got the city brand new cars and didn't even pay for brand new police cars. Didn't even finish paying for them. Can't make this up, man.
You feel responsibility because they were your employees.
I feel responsibility to tell the truth, and that's what I'm doing.
On Monday, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot revealed expenses ballooned during Henyard's tenure that led to a deficit of $3.65 million at one point. Lightfoot reports anything over $5,000 needed trustee approval, but that protocol wasn't followed, and instead the village was paying off expenses from 6 different credit cards that included few receipts from places like Wayfair and Amazon, and over $40,000 for items for an ice skating rink. Henyard contends the expenses were approved and that she was not the one making purchases.
Put the responsibility where it goes. I understand it.
Again, I just want to know. You're right. She do look like a Beyonce, a Temu of Beyonce, a Temu version, which is awful because she ain't even nowhere near as nice looking as she tries to portray. Lady, listen. We all know common sense do apply. That you got employees spending that kind of money and you're the mayor, you should know who's spending it and who doing it. I know who's doing it. Allegedly, it's the person we're talking to right now. Because allegedly, you was the only one that had access to those accounts with the city card. Now, just saying, what everybody's saying. And they just now got the financial report because she wouldn't let them see the financial report. And it's bad when you're worse than Lori Lightfoot, and she had to be the one to investigate you. That's pretty low blow, buddy. That means you are definitely a walking horror story.
Everybody wants to be the mayor. It's not the mayor. It's people put in place.
Lori Lightfoot's not interested in fact, but in spectacle. She's interested in political theater that's going to help her, not the people.
Lightfoot's spokesperson shared a comment which reads in part, Mayor Henyard and others systematically withheld the truth from trustees and the public about the true financial state of the village. The spokesperson goes on to say, the facts speak for themselves, and no amount of spin can overcome the tragic reality of her tenure as mayor of the village of Dalton. A day after the Lightfoot report, social media lit up with videos of a scuffle at a Thornton Township meeting where Henyard is supervisor. Henyard is seen in this video getting involved in the chaos. Her lawyer claims someone from outside Dalton who attended the meeting swung a knife at the mayor's boyfriend.
These men are attacking him with a deadly weapon.
Man, shout out to her lawyer, man. She must be paying that joker real good with that stolen money. I don't think they're gonna elect the Goldie because a lot of people want this woman out of there. That's the problem. And she just to the point now that she's trying to save face. And now she's trying to say her boyfriend got attacked when in reality he attacked the activists. But yeah, it's to the point now that this woman should be investigated and should be forced out. And I guarantee you, even if she lost the election, she'll try to find a way to stay in there. She's just that type of chick. She wants to rule the whole thing every chance she gets. She don't want to let that money go. She do not want to let that money go. And I don't know why they saying she wanted for political gain. Lori Lightfoot ain't doing no more politics. Ain't nobody gonna vote for her crazy ass.
And the mayor, fearing for his safety, did go toward that crowd, risking getting hurt herself.
Her attorney claims that coverage of the incident unfairly villainizes Henyard. We should mention no one was arrested or charged in that incident in Thornton Township. Now, in the meantime, the Dalton board meets on Monday, but after what happened in Thornton, Mark and Cheryl, Tiffany Henyard says she's unlikely to attend unless they beef up security.
Hey, let's talk about her beefing up security. And I'm going to say this, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. I think that's my wife telling me to wrap up. I don't know. But anyway. So sorry about that. But anyway, to make a long story short and getting straight to the point here, even if she beef up security, she's already got security. And she keeps security all the time. All right. So we're going to switch back over to me now and wrap this thing up for the rest of this evening. I want to tell everybody thank you so much for coming out. Shout out to the Cash App by my boy Mike. Thank you for supporting, bro. I appreciate you so much. You didn't have to do it, but you did it anyway. Thank you, everyone that has been giving me all the encouragement with the death of my older sister. I appreciate you guys as well. So y'all can find this on Spotify on the new, that's right, the new podcast, the official Patriot News Live, That will be on there if you want to hear it without any interruptions. You will also see it on the channel as well. So look at the links below of the podcast and on my other outlets to let you know where to find your boy at. I'm about to make a link tree tonight. Please like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to my wife. That's why I married her ass, man. You see that? That girl know what to say, boy. I'm telling you, she rushing me off, man. You know how it is. I'm a lovable guy, so she needs me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Take care of yourself. Y'all know what it is. My behind is out of here. That is right.